Hi, thanks so much for joining me. Today is Monday, May the 24th. Happy Victoria Day. I am Jennifer Thompson and I am your intuitive realtor. And I have the stats for the past week to share with you, and then I'll give you the energy reading for the week. So I'm going to start with Midland this week. So in the last 7 days, there's been 11 new listings come on the market. And again, this is single family homes. The average list price has been $698,331, and the average sold price has been $565,000. In Penetanguishene, we've had 2 single family homes come on the market. Average list price has been $511,600, and the average sold price has been $780,500. In Tiny Township, we've had 19 new listings come on the market, and the average list price has been $1,014,863, and the average sold price has been $754,000. Tay Township, there's been 14 new listings. The average list price has been $642,911. Average sold price has been $476,709. And in Barrie, we've had 67 new listings in the last 7 days. Average list price has been $833,044, and the average sold price has been $788,354. And finally, in Aurelia, we've had 14 new listings in the last week. Average list price has been $732,433, and the average sold price has been $688,073. So this last week, it looks like, prices have dropped a little bit. I don't know if that's really the case. It could be just, circumstance of the types of houses that were coming onto the market and the ones selling. But we'll see. Because overall, I mean, there's still lots of offers going in on houses. It's still a seller's market. So we'll see. You'll have to come back next week for an update and see what happens. But thank you so much for joining me. And if you stay tuned, in 1 second, I'll be right back with the energy reading for the week. Thank you. Hi, good morning. This is the energy reading for the week of May 24th. And today is May 24th. So happy Victoria Day. Hope you're all having a great weekend and a long weekend at that. So today I'm using the Archangel Oracle cards for a message from our angels to take into the week with us. And then the overall energy reading for the week, I'm again using the Celtic Cross spread, and I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle. So I've already shuffled and drawn a card for the Archangel. So it is Archangel Uriel, and he is telling you, if you need to hear this, you know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So for whoever needs to hear that message, that is for you. Okay, so let's move into the energies for the week. I'm just going to turn these over here. Okay, so the current energies we have round and round. So this card is very much about revolving thoughts in our mind. So it could be that, okay. So I'm saying thoughts, but actually patterns is what I just heard. So it's about repeating patterns. Interesting. Okay. So it seems that there has been awareness brought to a lot of us that we have patterns that we've been repeating. And that's wonderful that we've brought awareness to that, because then that means we can quit and let those patterns go and move on. So the challenge, or the opportunity with these repeating patterns and having awareness to them is that, so it's all that glitters is the cards. So what I'm feeling is that this is kind of like fool's gold. I forget the proper name of what that mineral is. I used to know what it was, but it looks like gold. It's not as worthless, well, monetarily speaking. So I feel like it's fool's gold. So I guess it's because we have these patterns or these repeating patterns because we feel that there's something to be gained from this pattern. There's expectations from them that we fall into. It's a comfort zone, really, and we think there's a benefit to it, but it's not true. It's actually holding us back and keeping us stuck. So the past energies bringing us to this. The current energies is the orphaned card. So it's feeling abandoned, alone. So these patterns that we've been repeating, to me, is about, they're stemming out of fear. So to me, that's what it is, the fear of, perhaps it is being abandoned, or the fear of control. Control is the word that just came into my mind. So not having control, trying to control those around you. So that's interesting. That gives a new twist onto this, the patterns. So, it's about maybe control, and it's the fear that's driving it. So the future energies coming in is by the book. So, and it's interesting here. You know what? I don't think I've ever had this card before. By the book. Let me see. I'm going to look this one up because I'm not sure. 11. Oops, I think I actually had it open on there. Abiding by social rules and conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them, rather than being the rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book at this time. Interesting. So it's about going with the flow in terms of it's encouraging non-resistance to the order of things as they're happening. And yes, again, not understanding. You may not understand the reason for them, and you may have your thoughts around why you need to resist. But this card is actually encouraging you to just let it go, let that control go, and trust the laws, trust the higher order of the universe. So what we're working towards is regeneration. So yes, of course, that makes sense. So by the awareness to your patterning, understanding where it's stemming from, and letting go of control and just go with the flow of things, even though you can't see the higher order, but just trust it. You are bringing in new energies, letting go of old ones, of repeating patterns and being stuck. And by doing that, you're opening yourself up to new things. And the underlying is a higher connection with your inner being. I mean, all this is going to create a deeper connection, because with the To the Sea card, to me, that's about connection with your soul, your higher self, the universe, and all that is. And it's about bringing trust to yourself and trust to all that. And I know trust was a main word last weekend, which reminds me I meant to wear my trust shirt today just to be silly, but I forgot. So advice from our guides is between worlds. So so they're just letting us know that we're shifting. This is part of the big shift that a lot of us are going through, and into a higher vibration and higher aspects of ourself, and embodying those. And all this totally ties into that. So when you're making massive shifts in your consciousness, you can't, how do you see what's coming? How do you know how things are going to work out? Because when you're letting go of patterns that are predictable and comfortable, there's a certain fear with that, but you have to let that go, and just roll with it and trust that it is for a higher reason. You just almost have to surrender. It's about surrendering to what you will be. And the energies in the world that I was just talking about with this Imagine card is about you are recreating your reality. But again, it's surrendering and letting go of that fear, or not even letting go, but just having that trust, the surrender, and realizing, having the awareness that, how fear can have motivated you, but just moving through it, acknowledging it, allowing it to be, but not letting it stop you. I think acknowledgement is a great tool, because it's fear is a great teacher. So it's about bringing into your life and what you want to create, and being the creator person that you are, the creator being that you are. And your hopes and fears, well, we got the Why card. Why is this happening? Why? Because I think it's a great point to make back to buy the book. Just it's time. It's one of those laws, that before we incarnated, I believe, we a lot of us volunteered to come back here at this time for this purpose. I know myself, I have memories of that. Before I was actually born, and I remember volunteering. I remember choosing my family. I think you need to ask yourself what your why is. What do you want for yourself? Do you want to bring in, a higher version of yourself and allow that flow to happen, or do you want to resist the change and be stagnant? And there's no right or wrong. It's really up to you, but you need to connect with your heart energy and your inner being, drop into your body and feel what is your truth and what path you want to take. And so the outcome card is the Yang. which is about, taking action into the world. So this is very much about embodying these changes and expressing it into your life, which can bring about great changes. Again, it comes back to, it could be a move, a change in your relationship, jobs, like all the big things. I think the relationship, I'm going to swing back to relationships, because it's the relationships, even with ourselves. That's really what this is about too, is how we relate to ourselves. And recognizing things that trigger you, and things that and your patterns, and realizing that it's all a reflection of where you are at in your own growth on this journey. So that is it for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember that I love you, and you are loved, and you are love. And I'm so glad you're on this journey with me. And I invite you to join me again next week. And I love you. And take care for now.